Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Rana Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnanachana Shalakya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gaurava Bhistam Supurakam Guruganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samastaveda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Bidam Ujwalam Bharatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Vande Vishwaguruncha Divyad Bhagavat Premna Vibija Pradam Devam Divyatanum Suchandabaranam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Zubhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Vandetam Shivaram Madeka Sharanam Yashishwara Sridharam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahamananyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and this is Madhya-lila chapter 8, talks between the Lord and Ramananda Roy. So we're at text 234, and Emata prema beshe ratri gonala prata kale nija nija karye duhegela. The entire night was passed in this way, speaking of Harikatha, and speaking of the qualities of Radha and Krishna and their relations and Leela. So the entire night was passed in this way, in ecstatic love of God. And in the morning they both departed to tend to their respective duties. Both Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy departed. Viday Samaye Prabhu Charane Dariya Ramananda Roy Kohe Binati Koriya. Before departing from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Ramananda Roy fell to the ground and caught hold of the Lord's lotus feet. He then spoke submissively as follows. More kripa korite tomar ihanagaman dinadash rohi shoda muradustaman. Sri Ramananda Roy said, "You have come here just to show me your causeless mercy. Therefore stay here for at least 10 days and purify my polluted mind. Toma vina anya nahi jiva udarite, toma vina anya nahi Krishna premadite." But for you there is no one who can deliver all the living entities. For you alone can deliver love of Krishna. Prabhu ko he ailana shuni tomaragun Krishna kata shuni shuda karaite man. The Lord replied, "Having heard about your good qualities, I have come here. I have come to hear about Krishna from you and thus purify my mind." Mahaprabhu was saying that to Ramananda Roy. Ramananda Roy asked Mahaprabhu, "Please stay here for 10 days. Only you can deliver everyone, because only you can deliver love of Krishna." Then Mahaprabhu replied, having heard about your good qualities, I have come here. I have come to hear about Krishna from you and thus purify my mind. Jai che shuni lun tai che deki lun tomara mahima Radha Krishna Prema Rasa Jnanera Tumisima. Now that I've actually seen your glories, what I heard about you is confirmed. As far as the pastimes of Radha and Krishna in a loving mood are concerned, you are the limit of knowledge. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found Ramananda Roy to be the best authority in transcendental knowledge of the loving affairs between Radha and Krishna. In this verse, the Lord actually states that Ramananda Roy was the limit of this knowledge. Dashtiner Kagata Javat Ami Jiva Tavat Tomar Sangha Charite Nariva. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued to say nothing of 10 days. As long as I live, I shall find it impossible to give up your company. Nila Chale Tumiyami Takiba Ek Sange Suke Ganai Bakala Krishna Katarange. You and I shall remain together at Jagannath Puri. We shall pass our time together, enjoy talking about Krishna and his pastimes. Kala Krishna Kata Range. So we'll spend our time speaking of Krishna Kata. Eta bole duhe nija nija karya gila sandhya kale raya puna asya milila. In this way, they both departed to perform their respective duties. Then in the evening, Ramananda Roy returned to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anjonye miliduhe nibrete bashiya prashnotara goshti kohe anandita hoya. Thus they met time and time again, sitting in a secluded place and jubilantly discussing devotional service by the question and answer process. Prabhu Puche Ramananda Korana Utar Emata Seirantre Kata Paraspar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked the questions and Sri Ramananda Roy gave the answers. In this way, they were engaged in discussion throughout the night. Prabhu ko he kon vidya vidyat madhyasar Oraya ko he Krishna Bhakti vina vidya nahiyar. On one occasion, the Lord inquired of all types of education, which is the most important. Ramananda Roy replied, no education is important other than the transcendental devotional service of Krishna. Education means Krishna Bhakti. On one occasion, the Lord inquired of all types of education, which is the most important. Ramananda Roy replied, no education is important other than the loving devotional service of Krishna. Kirti Gana Madhya Jivar Kon Bora Kirti Krishna Bhakta Buliya Jahar Hoy Kyati. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then asked Ramananda Roy, out of all glorious activities, which is the most glorious? Ramananda Roy replied, that person who is reputed to be a devotee of Lord Krishna enjoys the utmost fame and glory. So, out of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then asked Ramananda Roy, out of among famous persons, who is the most famous or glorious? Who is the most famous and glorious? Ramananda Roy replied, that person is reputed to be a devotee of Lord Krishna, enjoys the utmost fame and glory. So that's the way I would word this. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then asked Ramananda Roy, and out of famous and glorious persons, who is the most famous and glorious? Ramananda Roy replied, that person is reputed to be a devotee of Lord Krishna, enjoys the utmost fame and glory. So it's that kind of question and answer. Sampatir madhye jiver kon sampati gani, Radha Krishna Premajara Se Boradani. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, of the many capitalists who possess great riches, who is the topmost? Ramananda Roy replied, he who is richest in love for Radha and Krishna is the greatest or the most wealthy. Mahaprabhu asked, of wealthy persons who possess great riches, who is the wealthiest? Ramananda Roy replied, he who is richest in love for Radha and Krishna is the greatest of all. All right? Dukkha madhye kon dukkha hoy gurutar Krishna bhakta viraha vina dukkha nahidaki par. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, of all kinds of distress, which is the most painful? Sri Ramananda Roy replied, apart from separation from the devotee of Krishna, I know of no unbearable unhappiness. So Mahaprabhu asked, of all kinds of distress, what is the most painful of all? And Ramananda Roy replied, apart from separation from the devotee of Krishna, I know of no unbearable unhappiness. So the greatest happiness will be, the greatest distress or unhappiness will be being bereft of or without the association of devotees of the Lord. Mukta madhye kon jiva mukta korimani Krishna prema jarase mukta shiromani. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then inquired, out of all liberated persons, who should be accepted as the greatest? Ramananda Roy replied, he who has love for Krishna has attained the topmost liberation. Gana madhye kon gana jiver nija dharma Radha Krishna Krishna prema keli jay gita ramarma. Mahaprabhu next asked Ramananda Roy, among many songs, which song is to be considered the actual religion of the living entity? Among all songs, which expresses to the living entity his real dharma or real religion. Ramananda Roy replied, the song describing the loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna is superior to all other songs. So Mahaprabhu next asked Ramananda Roy, among many songs, which song is to be considered the actual religion of the living entity? Ramananda Roy replied, that song describing the loving affairs of Sri Radha and Krishna is superior to all other songs. Shreyo madhye kon shreya jiver hoy sar Krishna bhakta sangabina shreya nahi ar. Then Mahaprabhu said, out of all auspicious and beneficial activities, which is best for the living entity? Ramananda Roy replied, the only auspicious activity is association with the devotees of Krishna. Out of all, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, out of all auspicious and beneficial activities, which is best for the living entity? And Ramananda Roy replied that association with Krishna Bhaktas is, outside of this, there is no greater auspicious activity. Then Mahaprabhu asked, out of all auspicious and beneficial activities, which is best for the living entity? Ramananda Roy replied, the only auspicious activity is association with the devotees of Krishna. Kanhara smarana jiva koribe anukan Krishna nama guna lila pradhan smaran. Mahaprabhu asked, what should all living entities always remember? Ramananda Roy replied, chief objects of remembrance are always the Lord's holy name, qualities, and pastimes. Krishna Namaguna Lila. The most important thing to remember. Mahaprabhu, what should all living entities constantly remember? Ramananda Roy replied, the chief objects of remembrance are always the Lord's holy name, qualities, and pastimes. Jaya Madhya Jivar Kartavya Khonjan Radha Krishna Parambuja Jana Pradhan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu further inquired, out of many types of meditation, which is required for all living entities? Srila Ramananda Roy replied, the chief duty of every living entity is to meditate upon the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. Sarvachaja Jiver Kartavya Kahanbas Brajabhumi Vrindavana Jaha-lila Ras. Mahaprabhu asked, where should the living entity live, abandoning all other places? Ramananda Roy replied, he should live in the holy place known as Vrindavan or Brajabhumi, where the Lord performed his rasa dance. Smaran Madhya Jivar Kon Shrestha Shravan Radha Krishna Prema Keli Karna Rasayan. Mahaprabhu asked, out of all topics people listen to, which is the best for all living entities? Ramananda Roy replied, hearing about the loving affairs between Radha and Krishna is the most pleasing to the ear. Upasya Ramadye Kon Upasya Pradhan Shrestha Upasya Jugala Radha Krishna Nam. Mahaprabhu asked, among all worshipable objects, which is the chief? Ramananda Roy replied, the chief worshipable object is the holy name of Radha and Krishna, the Hare Krishna mantra. Mahaprabhu asked, among all worshipable objects of worship, which is the chief? Ramananda Roy replied, the chief is the holy name of Radha and Krishna, the Hare Krishna mantra, to always worship. Mukti Bhukti Banshe Jai Kahan Duhara Gati Stavara Deho Deva Deho Jaiche Avastiti. And what is the destination of those who desire liberation and those who desire sense enjoyment or sense gratification? Mahaprabhu asked. Ramananda Roy replied, those who attempt to merge into the existence of the Lord will have to accept bodies like those of trees. And those who are overly inclined towards sense gratification will attain the bodies of demigods. Arasagya Kaka Chushe Jnana Nimba Fale Rasagya Kokila Kyai Premamra Mukule Rasagya Kaka Chushe Jnana Nimba Fale Rasagya Kokila Kaya Premamra Mukule. Ramananda Roy continued, those who are devoid of all transcendental, those who don't have any taste for the devotion are like the crows that suck the juice from the bitter tree, from the bitter fruits of the neem tree of knowledge, where those who enjoy mellows are like the cuckoos who eat the buds of the mango tree of love of Godhead. So without any taste for, or without any knowledge of rasa, of relationship with the Lord, then it's compared to be like crows that suck the juice from the bitter fruits of the neem tree of knowledge. Crows eat this bitter fruit, the neem fruit. Whereas those who enjoy, who have knowledge and attraction for rasa are like the kokilas. The kokilas are very beautiful birds who sing very beautifully, like the kokilas who eat the buds of the mango tree of love of Godhead. So I don't say cuckoos because only cuckoos we know are cuckoo clocks, But this is kokilas, and they sing very beautifully. Okay. They're sometimes translated as cuckoos, but I don't like the translation because cuckoos, cuckoo, we think of some cuckoo clock or somebody who's crazy. Ramananda Roy continued, those who are devoid of any taste for those who are devoid of any taste for a relationship with the Lord are like the crows that suck the juice from the bitter fruits of the neem tree of knowledge, and those who enjoy the rasa with the Lord are like the kokilas who eat the buds of the mango tree of love of Godhead. Mm-hmm. Actually, many of the neem trees everywhere are actually spread by birds by crows because they eat the neem tree and then they leave the seeds in different places when they excrete the neem fruits. So that Abhagiya Jnani Ashvadaye Shuska Gyan Krishna Premamrita Pan Gore Bhagyavan. Ramananda Roy concluded, the unfortunate empiric philosophers taste the dry process of philosophical knowledge, whereas the devotees regularly drink the nectar of love of Krishna. Therefore, they are the most fortunate of all. So, the jnanis, or those who are just interested in pure knowledge, taste the dry process of philosophical knowledge, whereas the devotees regularly drink the nectar of love of Krishna. Therefore, they are the most fortunate of all. Emata duijan Krishna katarase nritya gita rodane hoila ratri seshe. In this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy passed the whole night relishing the mellows of Krishna Katha, talking about Krishna. All the night they're tasting Krishna Katha ras. Ras means like juice, a nice taste. In this way, Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy passed the whole night relishing the rasa of Krishna Katha, topics about Krishna. While they were chanting, dancing, and crying, the entire night ended. Dohe nija nija karye chalila vihane sandhya kale rai ase milila aradine. The next morning they both departed to perform their respective duties. But in the evening, Ramananda Roy returned to meet the Lord again. Ishtigoshti Krishna Katha Kohe Katakan Prabhupada Dori Rai Kore Nibridant. That evening, after discussing the topics of Krishna for some time, Ramananda Roy caught hold of the lotus feet of the Lord and spoke as follows. Krishna Tattva, Radha Tattva, Prema Tattva Sar, Rasa Tattva, Lila Tattva, Vivida Prakar. There's a variety of tattvas or truths. The truth about Krishna, the truth about Radharani, the truth about their loving affairs, the truth about transcendental humors, and the truth about the Lord's pastimes. So rasa tattva means the truth about, the rasa between Krishna and his devotees, or Krishna and Radharani. There is a variety of transcendental truth. The truth about Krishna, the truth about Radharani, the truth about their loving affairs, the truth about transcendental humors, or about relations of rasa, and the truth about the Lord's pastime. So there's Krishna Tattva, Radha Tattva, Prema Tattva, Rasa Tattva, and Lila Tattva. All these subjects. Okay, I'll just read the straight translation. There is a variety of transcendental truths, the truth about Krishna, the truth about Radharani, the truth about their loving affairs, the truth about transcendental humors, the truth about the Lord's pastimes. Et tattva mor chite koile prakashan brahmake vedajena paraila narayan. You have manifested all these transcendental truths in my heart. This is exactly the way Narayan educated Lord Brahma, because Brahma was the first preceptor, and he was enlightened by Krishna. Okay, so how's the verse going? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadya Shayatonvaya Ditaratas Chartishva Abhigya Swarat. Okay. Om Ganatimaranda Shyam Ganad. Anyway, it's that Krishna enlightened the first living entity, Brahma, from within his heart. Brahman Vidai Kavaye Muyanti Yat Suraya. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmad Yashaya Tonvayar Iteratas. So, I can't remember. My memory's bad, but I will look because first verse. I don't like forgetting things, so excuse me. I know this verse, but as old age catches up with me, I'm forgetting. I'll tell you in a minute. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmari Asya Yaton Vayaditaratas Chartishva Abhigyasvara Tene Brahma Rida Ya Adikavaye Muyanti Yatsuraya. That's the verse. Tene Brahma Rida Ya Adikavaye. In this case, Brahma refers to transcendental knowledge. Or Tene Brahma Rida. He gave in his heart transcendental to who? Ya Adikavaye. Adikavaye refers to Lord Brahma, the first person. Adikavaye, the original being. Lord Brahma is the first in the creation. So Tene Brahma Rida Ya Adikavaye Muyanti At Suraya. It all begins. So Ramananda Roy says, you have manifested all these truths in my heart. This is exactly the way Narayan educated Lord Brahma. That verse. Antarjami Ishvare e riti hoye bahire na kohe bastu prakashe ridaye. Okay. Are we okay here? Yeah. Ramananda Roy continued, the super soul within everyone's heart speaks not externally, but from within. He instructs the devotees in all respects, and that is his way of instruction. Ek samshaya mora achaye ridaye kripakore kahamor tahara nischaye. Ramananda Roy then said that he had but one doubt within his heart, and he petitioned the Lord, please be merciful upon me and just remove my doubt. Pahile deki lun tomar sannyasi swarup ebe toma deke mui shamagopa rup. Ramananda Roy then told Mahaprabhu, at first I saw you appear like a sannyasi, but now I am seeing you as Shamsundar, the cowherd boy. Tomara samuke deke kanchna panchalika taragora kanche tomar sarva anga jaka. I now see you appearing like a golden doll, and your entire body appears covered by a golden luster. Shamsundar is blackish, but here Ramananda Roy says that he saw Mahaprabhu appear golden. The lustrous body of Mahaprabhu was covered by the bodily complexion of Srimati Radharani. Tahate prakata dekon savam shivadan namabhave chanchala tahe kamala nayan. I see that you are holding a flute to your mouth, and your lotus eyes are moving very restlessly due to various ecstasies. Imata tomadeki hoy chamatkar akapate kaha prabhu karana ihar. I actually see you in this way, and this is very wonderful. My Lord, please tell me without duplicity what is causing this. Prabhu kohe Krishna tomar gada prema hoy premara swabhava e janiya nischoy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, you have a deep love for Krishna, and one who has such deep ecstatic love for the Lord naturally sees things in such a way. Please take this from me to be certain. So Ramananda Roy is saying how he first saw Mahaprabhu as a sannyasi, then he saw him as Shyam Sundar, then he saw him as covered with a golden luster, and he says, please tell me, why am I singing this way? And Mahaprabhu says, oh, because you're a Mahabhagavata, you have great love for Krishna, therefore you sing in this way. Mahabhagavata deki stavara jangama tahan tahan hoy tara Shri Krishna swaran. A devotee advanced on the spiritual platform sees everything movable and inert as the Supreme Lord. For him, everything he sees here and there is but a manifestation of Lord Krishna. So Mahaprabhu says, because you're a Mahabhagavata, you're seeing this in this way. You see Krishna everywhere, is what Mahaprabhu is saying. Stavara jangama deki nahadeki taramurti sarvatra hoy nija ishta deva swarti. The Mahabhagavata, the advanced devotees, certainly sees everything movable and immovable, but he does not exactly see their forms. Rather, everywhere he immediately sees manifest the form of the Supreme Lord. Sarvabhuteshu ya pashyad bhagavad bhavamatmana bhutane bhagavati atmani esha bhagavatotama. Mahaprabhu continued, a person advanced in devotional service sees within everything the soul of souls, the Supreme Personality of God, Shri Krishna. Consequently, always sees the form of the Lord as the cause of all causes and understands that all things are situated in him. So Mahaprabhu says, oh, you're singing this way because you're an advanced devotee. You see Krishna everywhere. Manalatas tarava atmani vishnum vyanjayancha iva pushpa falaja pranata bara vitapa madhudara prema rishtatanavo vavrishusma. The plants, creepers, and trees were full of fruits and flowers due to ecstatic love of Krishna. Indeed, being so full, they were bowing down. They were inspired by such deep love for Krishna that they were constantly pouring showers of honey. In this way, the gopis saw all the forest of Vrindavan. Radha Krishna Tomar Mahaprema Hoy Jahantahan Radha Krishna Tomar Asvaroy. Mahaprabhu continued, my dear Ramananda Roy, you are an advanced devotee and are always filled with ecstatic love for Radha and Krishna. Therefore, whatever you see, anywhere and everywhere, simply awakens your Krishna consciousness. Raya Kohe Prabhu Tumi Chada Bari Buri Mora Age Nijarup Nakoriya Churi. Ramananda Roy replied, my dear Lord, please give up all these serious talks. Please do not conceal your real form from me. Ramananda Roy says, okay, but please don't hide from me. Radhikara Bhava Kanti Koryangikar Nijarasa Ashwadite Korijacha Avatar. Don't give me all these philosophical answers. Just don't hide yourself from me, Ramananda Roy continued, my dear Lord, I can understand that you have assumed the ecstasy and bodily complexion of Srimati Radharani. By accepting this, you are tasting your own personal rasa, or you are tasting yourself and have therefore appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You've taken the complexion of Radharani and you're tasting her love for Krishna. And that's who you are. You're Krishna covered with that mood, and therefore you're appearing as Mahaprabhu. Nija Guda Karyatomar Premashvadan Anusange Premamoy Koile Tribhuvan. My dear Lord, you have descended in the incarnation of Lord Chaitanya for your own personal reasons. You have come to taste your own spiritual bliss, and at the same time, you are transforming the whole world by spreading the ecstasy of love of God. Apane aile mor korite udar ebe kapata kora tomar kon vyavahar. My dear Lord, by your causeless mercy, you have appeared before me to grant me liberation. Now you are playing in a duplicitous way. What is the reason for this behavior? Tabe hashetari prabhu dekailas swarup rasagya mahabhava dui ekrup. Sri Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure, and Srimati Radharani is a personification of ecstatic love of Godhead. So, Rasa Raj and Mahabhava. Sri Krishna is a reservoir of all pleasure. He's Rasa Raj. And Srimati Radharani is the personification of ecstatic love of Godhead. She's Mahabhava. These two forms had combined as one in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This being the case, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed his real form to Ramananda Roy. Of Rasa Raj, Krishna, and Mahabhava, Srimati Radharani. Deki Ramananda Hoila Nande Morchite, Dharite Napare Deho Parilabhumite. Upon seeing this form, Ramananda Roy lost consciousness in transcendental bliss. Unable to remain standing, he fell to the ground. Prabhutari Hasta Sparshi Koraila Chaitan Sanyasira Basadeki Bishmita Hoilaman. When Ramananda Roy fell to the ground unconscious, Mahaprabhu touched his hand and he immediately regained consciousness. But when he saw Lord Chaitanya in the dress of a sannyasi, he was struck with wonder. Alingana Kore Prabhu Koila Ashprasan Tomabina Erupa Nadeki Anyajan. After embracing Ramananda Roy, the Lord pacified him, informing him, but for you, no one has ever seen this form. Mora Tattva Lila Rasa Tomara Gochare Ateva Erupa Dekailun Tomare. Mahaprabhu confirmed, all the truths about my pastimes and mellows are within your knowledge. All knowledge of Leela Ras, of all my pastimes and all truths, they're within your knowledge. Therefore I have shown this form to you. Gora Anga Nahimora Raranga Sparshan Gopendra Sutta Bina Teho Nasparshe Anyajan. Actually, my body does not have a fair complexion. It only appears so because it has touched the body of Srimati Radharani. However, she does not touch anyone but the son of Nanda Maharaj. Tarabhavi Bhavita Kori Atmaman Tabinija Madhurya Kori Ashvadan. I have now converted my body and mind into the ecstasy of Srimati Radharani. Thus I am tasting my own personal sweetness in that form. Tomara Thai Yamar Kichu Gupta Nahi Karma Lukaile Prema Bole Jan Sarvamarma. Mahaprabhu then admitted to his pure devotee Ramananda Roy, now there is no confidential activity unknown to you. Even though I try to conceal my activities, you can understand everything in detail by virtue of your advanced love for me. Gupte Rakila Kahana Kariyo Prakash Amara Batula Cheshta Loke Upahas. The Lord then requested Ramananda Roy, keep all these talks a secret. Please do not expose them anywhere and everywhere. Since my activities appear to be like those of a madman, people may take them lightly and laugh. Ami ek batula tumi dvitiya batula ateva tomai amai hoy samatula. Mahaprabhu then said, indeed, I am a madman and you are a madman. Therefore, we are on the same platform. That's what he also told the Sanatana Goswami. You're a madman and I'm a madman, so we can relate with each other on the same platform. E Rupa Dasha Ratri Ramananda Sange Suke Gonaila Prabhu Krishna Kata Range. For 10 nights, Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy spent a happy time discussing the pastimes of Krishna, Krishna Kata. Niguda Brajara Rasa Lila Rabichar Aneka Kohilatara Napaila Par. The conversations between Ramananda Roy and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu contained the most confidential subject matters, touching on the conjugal love between Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan, Brajabhumi. Although they talked at great length about these pastimes, they could not reach the limit of discussion. Toma Kam, Kansha Rupa, Shona, Ratna Chintamani, Keho Jadi, Kahan, Pota, Pai, Ekani. Actually, these conversations are like a great mine, where from a single place one can extract all kinds of metals, copper, bell metal, silver, and gold, and also touchstone, the basis of all metals. So it means that the talks are going from levels, and here there's a purport. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives the following summary of the conversations between Ramananda Roy and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ramananda Roy replied to 5 questions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and these questions and their replies are recorded in verses 57 to 67. The first answer is compared to copper, the second to a better metal, bell metal, the third to a still better metal, silver, and the fourth to the best metal of all, gold. But the fifth answer is compared to the most valuable gem, touchstone, because it deals with unalloyed devotion, the ultimate goal of devotional life, and illuminates the preceding 4 subordinate answers. So, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur points out that in Brajabhumi there is the Jamuna River with its sandy banks. There are Kadamba trees, cows, Krishna's sticks with which he herds cows, and Krishna's flute. All of these belong to Shantaras, the male of neutrality and devotional service. There are also the direct servants of Krishna, such as Chitrak, Patrak, and Raktak. And these are the embodiments of service in the mellow of servitude, Dasharas. There are also friends like Sridham and Sudama who embody service and fraternity, Sakyaras. Nanda Maharaj and Mother Yashoda are the embodiments of parental love, Vatsalya. Above all of these are Srimati Radharani and her servants and her assistants, the gopis, Lalita, Vishaka, and others who embody conjugal love, or Madhurya Ras. In this way, all 5 mellows, Shanta, Dasha, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya, exist eternally in Brajabhumi. They are also compared respectively to copper, bell, metal, silver, gold, and touchstone, the basis of all metals. Srila Kaviraj Goswami therefore refers to a mine eternally existing in Vrindavan, Brajabhumi. Krame utaite seho utamavastupai Aiche Prashnottara Koila Prabhu Ramarai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy work like miners, excavating all kinds of valuable metals, each one better than the other. Their questions and answers are exactly like that. Aradin Rai Pashe Vidai Magila Vidayara Kale Tare E Agyadila. The next day Mahaprabhu begged Ramananda Roy to give him permission to leave, and at the time of farewell, the Lord gave him the following orders. So these different qualities, there's a progression in his talks from basic understanding to the highest levels of love of Godhead. And that progression is there in these talks with Ramananda Roy. It's also a progression that we see in the chapters of Prapana Jivanamrita, how Srila Srinamar starts with verses and go in each topic he explains more and more developed, in a more and more developed way. The next day Mahaprabhu begged Ramananda Roy to give him permission to leave, and at the time of farewell the Lord gave him the following orders. Vishai chadiya tumi jahanila chale amitirta koritaha asiba alpakale. Mahaprabhu told him, give up all your engagements, all your material engagements, and come to Jagannath Puri. Vishai chadiya. Vishai, give up all your mundane engagements and come to Jagannath Puri. I will return there very soon after finishing my tour and pilgrimage. Duwijane nilachale rahiba eksange suke gunaiba kala Krishna katarange. The 2 of us shall remain together at Jagannath Puri and happily pass our time discussing Krishna. Etabole Ramananda Koryalingan Tarigare Bataya Korila Shayan. Mahaprabhu then embraced Sri Ramananda Roy, and after sending him back to his home, the Lord took rest. Pratakali uti Prabhu deke Hanuman tare namaskore Prabhu dakineg korila prayan. After rising from bed the next morning, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited the local temple where there was a deity of Hanuman. After offering him obeisances, the Lord departed for South India. Vidyapure nana mata loka vaishejat Prabhu darshane Vaishnava hoila charine jamat. All the residents of Vidyanagar were of different face, but after seeing Mahaprabhu, they abandoned their own face and became Vaishnavas. Ramananda hoila Prabhur virahe vibala Prabhura jane rahe bishai shariya saka. When Ramananda Roy began to feel separation from Mahaprabhu, he was overwhelmed. Meditating on the Lord, he gave up all his material business. Sankepi kahilun Ramananda Milan Vistari Varnite Nare Sahasravaran. I briefly described the meeting between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Roy. No one can actually describe this meeting exhaustively. It is even impossible for Lord Seshanaga, who has thousands of hoods. Even Lord, speaking from all his mouths, he could not describe this meeting completely. Sahajay Chaitanya Charitra Gana Dugdapur Ramananda Charitra Tahe Kanda Prachur. The activities of Mahaprabhu are like condensed milk, and the activities of Ramananda Roy are like quantities of sugar candy. Radha Krishna Lila Tate Karpura Milan Bhagyavan Jay Se Kori Ashwadans. Their meeting is exactly like a mixture of condensed milk and sugar candy. When they talk of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, Kamphor added, one who tastes this combined preparation is most fortunate. Jai Iha Ekbar Piyeg Karna Dware Tara Karna Lobe Iha Charite Napare. This wonderful preparation has to be taken orally. If one takes it, one becomes greedy to relish it even further. Rasa Tattva Gyan Hoy Ihara Shravane Prema Bhakti Hoy Radha Krishna Charane. By hearing the talks between Ramananda Roy and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one becomes enlightened with the transcendental knowledge of the mellows of Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Thus one can develop unalloyed love for the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. Chaitanya Raguda Tattva Jani Iha Hoite Vishvasa Kori Shuna Tarka Na Koriya Chite. The author requests every reader to hear these talks with faith and without argument. By studying them in this way, one will be able to understand the confidential truth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Alokika Lila E Param Alokika Lila E Parama Niguda Vishvase Paye Tarke Hoy Bahudura. This part of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes is most confidential. One can derive benefit quickly only by faith. Otherwise, by arguing, one will always remain far away. Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Dvaita Charan Jahara Sarvasva Tare Mile Edan. One who has accepted as everything the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, and Advaita Prabhu can attain this transcendental treasure. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that Krishna is obtainable for the faithful, but for those who are accustomed to argue, Krishna is far, far away. Similarly, these talks between Ramananda Roy and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can be understood by a person who has firm faith. Okay. Ramananda Roy Mora Kote Namaskar Jaramuke Koila Prabhu Rasara Vishtar. I offer 10 million obeisances unto the lotus feet of Sri Ramananda Roy because from his mouth much spiritual information has been expanded by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Damodara Swaruper Karacha Anusare Ramananda Milan Lila Korila Prachare. I have tried to preach the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's meeting with Ramananda Roy in accordance with the notebooks of Sri Swarup Damodar, who recorded everything. Shri Rupa Raghunath Parijara Ash Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishnadas. Praying at the lotus feet of Shri Rupa and Shri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I Krishnadas narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya-lila, 8th chapter, describing the talks between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Ramananda Roy. Okay.
Mahaprabhu.
Pardon me?
Will we go to the pastimes of Mahaprabhu when we die?
Excuse me. You have good faith. Me, I don't know.
I thought Prabhupada told us that.
Then it must be true.
Yes, it must be true. We'll go there first. Before we go to Oloka.
Well, yeah, I believe all that, but how I have faith in that. Oh, what's it? Hariharaya Nama Krishna Janavaya Nama Janavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Janavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shrimari Sudan Gopal Govinda Ram Shrimari Sudan Giridhari Gopinatha Maranamo Giridhari Gopinatha Maranamo Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Janardan Seva Sari Gora Bhakta-vrinda Janardan Seva Sari Gora Bhakta-vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta-raguna Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta-raguna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta-raguna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhakta-raguna Jai Gopala Kori Charanavana Jai Kori Charanavana Jai Vignana Shabisapura Jai Vignana Shabisapura Jai Gosai Jar Muritara Asrachara Renu Mora Panchagra Andracharana Shri Bhakta Samiva Janame More Abhina Janame More Abhina Jai Gosai Jame Brache Koilaba Krishna Nitya-lila Korila Praka Shri Radha Krishna Nitya-lila Korila Praka Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majayaman Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Koriya Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nittai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nittai Gaura Hari Bo, Nittai Gaura Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nittai Gaura Hari Bo.
Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Juki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Vishnupan Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtadhara Sadashi Shriman Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtadhara Sadashi Shrimad Srila Bhakti Rakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishoredas Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga ki Jai. Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath, Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Premsigo, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi, Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai, Sri Chaitanya Bhagavad Ki Jai, Nartam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvabaranya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Ram Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Kuladvip Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Manrani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan. Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Munaju Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, all the assembled devotees Ki Jai, Srila Shamananda Prabhu Tirubab Mahotsav Ki Jai, Shri Rishabdev Prabhu Tirubab Mahotsav Ki Jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.